Benjamin. Today is Thursday, and on Thursdays, my goal is to be doing basically my own games, and then after my own games analysis, I honestly prefer to do one full game. When I mean a full game is like a longer time control. Um, the time control I would be doing should be maybe my guess. I should probably be doing classical today. The reason being is I have a tournament coming out Saturday, so I want to do like a nice game that I can just basically review, and we review a few guys before hopefully everything goes well. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to be sharing it to my page and then some groups. So give me a second. So I'm sharing it to Facebook. Hold on. Own games. Well, own game, not own games. Own game with analysis. Analysis. Uh, all right. So I got that part out. Go ahead and share it to the groups. Yeah, I apologize. I have to do this every time because when I don't I don't do the other thing where I schedule it and then I have it like people waiting. I just basically just go live and then I share it. So that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm done sharing. So let's get started, man. Let's get started. No point in waiting longer. Hopefully everything here goes well. All right, E4. My always move. I always do E4. Just I like the Alpine, but I don't even know if he's going to play D6. But let's see if he does. So I usually it's got delayed Alpine, but or Alpine. Okay, he doesn't do that. Because the pawn's not in a D6, I can't play D5. Usually after this, I can play here, and then if he goes here, then if he takes, I can attack the knight, and then it's like a little trap. So can't do it. So I just play D3. I like that trap, by the way. Well, now that he's, should I play up one? If he takes, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead. I'm basically down a move, but it's fine. The bishop's here instead of here. Normally the bishop's here in this position. And if he goes here, I'd have to block with the bishop. Okay. It's still not a free pawn because if I can attack the knight. Oh, now he has this. It's a little different because I was all back behind the move, but that's okay. I think if he goes here and calls check, I'm supposed to attack the queen, but all right. Attack the queen. It's for free. A lot of work to get that working. And it's a free knight. Yeah, I was on pretty fast. Let's see here. 10 moves. I can do another game after this because this was really fast. I don't know if it would work no matter what. It's really sad to lose to a trap in the opening of a 30-minute game because you really have a lot of time to think, you know? Okay, so what's better for black doing this? Yeah, that will be the move. Queen to here. Now, if I target it, okay, he has this. Okay, that's why. If he takes this here, the trap no longer works. So yeah, if he takes here, then okay. All right, that's just really bad for me. All right, so I know not to do that. Normally, the way the trap works. Yeah, it's not even a situation. Let's say if he goes up one here, and I go here. At this point, taking here will be where the trap comes into play. And I can just go ahead and take it. And if you play the best move, he loses here. That's all right. I'll go into the game. I wanted an hour-long game, so this is definitely didn't happen. I'm confused. I thought my rating was much higher. I don't really play on this account really much. I usually play on chess.com more. But I'm not going to look at it. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, profile. I don't understand the 18. I guess I don't play much classical. All right, let's get going. The idea is to play a full game and then analysis it. The last game ended in 10 moves, so I'm going to start over. It was a pretty fast win. All right. Doesn't matter what he plays. I have an opening report already. So, okay, I like knight to f6 here. If he plays, I like the Budapest if he plays that. If he goes for a London, okay, Budapest it is. This is one of my favorite openings for black. I gambit a pawn, but I attack it, and then everything I come out is more attacking everything, and it's just I just love it. So let's see what he does. It's definitely my favorite. All right, that's normal. And then I just go ahead and attack the pawn. Most people defend it with the bishop. And then after that, I play bishop to b4, calling check. Most people block with the knight, usually here, sometimes here. There you go. It's very simple. And then after he moves his knight, regardless of where, queen to e right here, attacking the pawn again. The only way to stop it is to bring the queen in. And if he does that, I can just attack the pawn again this way. If he takes it, take back with the knight. The queen has to move somewhere, and then I can castle. And that's pretty much the end of the opening, and it's really simple, and I like it because all my pieces are pretty active, and it's pretty aggressive. And he hasn't castled yet, and he has to do a couple of moves before he can. And sometimes it's helpful. I can sometimes get an attack going before that happens. Not guarantee. There's ways for him to prevent that, but not everyone knows how. Okay. So here I have this pawn, and I probably should just take it. I can't take here too, doubling his pawns, and you only have double pawns here and here temporarily, but my goal is just to capture this pawn. And if he captures back, I take. If he captures back, I take. And then if he does something like that, I just take this and then call it check. And the king is like pretty outplaced, so That it doesn't always happen that way, but it can. I could have developed his pawns, but I rather capture it back. So he's probably trying to figure out which way to capture. But it doesn't matter which way because I take. And then after he takes again, I take with my queen. So it doesn't matter which way he does it. I take it, and then bam. And then I have this threat here. Again, most people capture. He doesn't have to. Some people might think about saving their bishops. They think the bishops are better than the knights, which honestly, it really depends on your technique. Like what technique you have. Since they're roughly equal, it's basically really what you're better with. One thing I think is really odd that people do is they would keep their bishops on the board over the knights because they're told they're better. But if you have better technique with the knights than the bishops, then you're really just hurting yourself. You know, you really are if that's the case. Now this is a check, and this is a check. This one doesn't do anything, and neither this one, so I'm not gonna play the ore. I can just go move up. This right here is a move that will be really deadly if you can pull it off. If you fork in these pieces and also threatening here, but he can't pull it off because he's pinned. So if he ever tries to unpin it, I'll just take it. You know, I am not interested in going down a bad road. I'll remove that capture again because why not? Now he's getting ready to castle. Let's see here. I like the idea of going here, but if he takes my knight, I'll take his bishop. Queen will take it. I can take that. Yeah. The queen here, I guess, to prevent double pawns, probably. If he takes this first, I'll take here. If he takes this first, I can just take back. I'll also move my queen over so I can move my... Yeah, because if he attacks my bishop now, I have to go back. If he attacks it again, I have to go back. And if he goes down again, I have to take it with a pawn. So in order to do it properly, I have to keep my defense on my knight. So move my queen here, still defends the knight. So if he decided to go down, my bishop is safe. Because after I take it, my knight is still defended. So something to keep in mind. A lot of times people don't pay attention to their bishops like that, and they usually lose them for free. That's no bueno. You don't want to do that. I want to go here because I want my bishop here. The queen will just go back, but then I can bring this in, and if he takes, you know, I think it's good for me. He still has his move right here. Yeah, he still has it. That's really bad. I seen it earlier, and then I'm like, yeah, whatever. And if he castles, and then he did it, and then I felt like it was taken care of, so I messed it up because I felt like it was taken care of. That rarely happens to me, but it happened to me this time. So let's see here. My danger sense was off. I'm like super relaxed. Once he castled, I should just took in it because of that. I figured his queen was here, so if I take it, he just take back with the queen. So I thought that maybe I should complicate it a little bit, and that didn't work out too well. So I won the first game in like 10 moves. The second game I lost in like 12. So let's go over from the beginning. That's the Budapest. And yeah, around here I realized that he can come in. And if I move my queen anywhere, he can just come either here or here. Was it around here or was it before that? It was before I castled, I think. Yeah, when he was like here. But I'm like, it's fine because of that. Once he castled, that was over, and I should have just took the knight. So that's why this happened here. I didn't take the knight when he castled. I could have also moved my queen somewhere else if I wanted to. That was also very possible. So now I'm going to be down a bishop. So how do I play down a bishop? What's the best thing to do? Well, I don't want to trade. I don't want to be like, oh, I mean, my queen here so we can trade and then lose the bishop, because I want to keep as much as I can on the board. Not entirely sure where the best attack is. He takes, and with the bishop up, I'm going to have to do some type of counterattacking, and hopefully my counterattack leads to some type of checkmate, because when he goes over here, the knight's on the other side of the board. So if I don't checkmate him quickly, he's going to bring it back. And I need to find a way to bring my pieces in quicker if I'm going to have any chance at all. Otherwise, it's game over and I lost. I'm going to look at it as a gambit. I gambited a bishop for the attack. Wouldn't definitely do that gambit on purpose, but it's the gambit I played. So now if I go here and he takes it and I take it back, he can defend it this way. I can't touch this piece because of the rook. If I go here first, he takes, I take. Not much I can do either. Yeah, he can just basically trade everything off. If I go here, he can just take my knight first. If I take the bishop, he takes the bishop, I take back. Or either way the order is, I can lose 2 minor pieces, and then I only have a queen and 2 rooks, and I don't have an attack going. But I don't have much of an option. I can go here. We can just take it. Take back. I gotta figure out. Yeah, I think this is probably a little bit more risky. I gotta play crazy attacks because I'm down a piece. Stable game would just lead to a boring, dry, losing game. If he goes here, I'll bring my queen back, bring this pawn up, and try to start some trouble. Maybe I'll win a piece back if he goes back, and then I'm able to pull this off. The bishop won't have anywhere to go. It's a far stretch, but I don't want to cry just because I'm losing. You got to play a little risky. Okay, he did that. Go ahead and try to trap it. If he takes, I take back. The bishop can't take because of my queen, and the bishop can't go here because of my queen. It takes 2 moves though, so it's not really really guarantee you're strong like that. But like I said, I'm already losing, so I'm gonna have to take. I have to find a way to get back. I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about this. If he goes here, I just take it for free. If he takes the pawn, I just move my rook over. I'm not even using my rook anyways. In fact, if I go here and he takes this, I might even trap the bishop because I don't even care about the rook. Because right about now, what matters right now is I have to find a way to attack him. Yeah, I'm already down a piece. If I'm trying to play normal chess, I'm just going to lose. You can call check this way too. I just move over. This rook's not attacking. Unless I find a way that I might want to bring the rook in the game. That'll be different. Okay, he took. I mean, I'm not sure which pawn I want to advance yet. Yeah, I'm playing right now. I'm playing yeah, I wanted to play against the let's take call again. I wanted to play a live game against somebody one-on-one. I'm sorry I didn't see your message earlier. I move over. Not much places to go. My right now, what I'm probably going to be doing is when I move, where do I want my rook? Because if I go here, the rook can go here or here. If I go up one, this right here looks like it's the most it allows my rook to be either way, and it allows this rook to come in as well. So going over here looks a little bit better for me. The only thing I don't like about it is a queen and his pawn. So let's say I go here and he takes. I take back. He attacks the pawn. My rook's going to have to defend it, and I can't move it because of the pin. If I go here, I'm dropping this pawn right here. So I have to go here or here. And the only point of going up here is if I plan to go up this way. If I go here, it's pinned. If I go here, it's pinned. So I'm going to have to, let's say I go here, he takes, and I take back. I can't go up and around because it's bishop, which means I'm kind of forced to go back this way. All right. Yeah, I can't go up and around because the bishop. I mean, unless I was going to bring my king in here and help him with the attack, but then he's blocking off the rook. So it doesn't really help out too much. Excuse me. Yeah, the opening was pretty normal. It's a normal Budapest. Yeah. And right here, I should have taken that knight. I seen it before he castled. And I'm like, he castled, so it's fine. Oh, I thought he moved. I seen a little arrow thing pop up. I'm going to ingrain this into my brain that whenever he castles, I have to take the knight. I mean, I wouldn't want to move back anyways, you know. And after that, I try to be extra aggressive. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose anyways, so I might as well be extra aggressive. If I play solid and simple, it's just going to wear me down. I mean, we're pretty okay. I mean, it's not super good, but I think respectable enough to believe that they're not just going to blunder for no reason. All right, so how am I going to start attacking? This would just... I kind of want to bring these two pawns up. But if I go this one now, he takes, I take back. That leaves a check here. I guess it's not that bad. I just want king back. This pawn, unless, oh yeah, this pawn right here. If the bishop go here, he can attack. So I should probably fixate the pawns first. The only problem is this rook might want to come down here. So if I move this, the rook's going to be down here attacking this pawn. So right now I want to fix this pawn because I don't want to eventually move this, get checked, and then get checked with the bishop. And I really have no more squares, and I have to give up a rook. So I want to fix it by bringing it up here. But my problem with that is that it creates another problem with this rook. And it's attacking these pawns over here. Now, if I do this, and then I go up, I take, he takes, I take, check, come over. He's threatening checkmate here with the queen and rook, but I might have queen here, which means my queen can't move without letting him checkmate me. So I have different problems. I have a lot of different problems. For sure. A little bit it's actually pretty difficult. Like how to, it's like a puzzle. Like how do you solve this? Like what do you do? You know? I want to fix the pawn, but I can't. This is, oh, if I move my rook here first, but then again, if he takes it and I take back, he takes here. So I can't, I don't want to undefend his pawn. Moving the queen over first might be a good idea, but then he can move the pawn down. If I move here and moves the rook down, threatening everything, maybe I should move the queen right here on this square. I just block it off if that happens. So I think I can move here. Oh no, if I go here, that checkmate threat. Check. Oh, the pawn is still here though. I didn't move it yet. So that would be fine. He can't call it check. But he can be attacking here, and my rook couldn't defend it. Okay. I think I figured out what to do with all the problems with this move here, with the pawn coming down, that, with the queen coming in. I think I figured out the solution to that. I can't, I don't know how, like if I win this, that'd be crazy. But yeah, it'd be super crazy if I win this. But if I was in a tournament, I would go for the win because I don't want to just give up and lose points for no reason, you know? Like on this app, I don't care too much. It's like whatever. It's just an app. But if I was playing a tournament, I would care a lot. So I'm trying to care. I would pay more attention though. So he got a good anchor. I can move this now if I wanted. Kind of want to move this pawn though. So if I defend this pawn, then move the rook over, and then move up. If I go up here though, he can go down, and this pawn be in danger. This queen move won't work anymore because he can just come back and take this pawn over here. Do I care about that? Do I care about that? Yeah, there's no way for me to come in like that. Rook lift? I can't go there. Rook lift. But you can actually come down though at some point. Yeah, my queen we kicked out. Um, if I go here, kick the pawn out, I can have the rook, but he's not gonna let me do that. I really don't see how to create any more problems. I'm trying to find ways to create problems for him so I can win. Let's take that pawn. Let's take this. Yeah, I can't. I don't. My pawn advances are not working at all. None of them. This pawn advance doesn't really work really well either. So my pawn advances don't seem to be part of anything. So I need to probably move a queen here to prevent from coming down, and maybe find a way to get my stuff to coordinate better. This is kind of like a waiting move, but also trying to defend these things a little bit more so I can have a little bit of movement. I'm not sure how to move my pawns up, but every single situation that I looked at, it seemed like it's bad. All right, so he's coming in, doubling in. I should probably I'm thinking at this point I should probably resign this game. I really don't see a way out of it. I mean, I can move down. But then he can just come in here. Yeah, I don't see a way out of this. I do not see a way out of this at all. All right. Not entirely sure. I really am not sure. I really don't know. If he goes for my pawns, can I? Maybe I can try to generate attack this way and bring my queen around like this and let him take these pawns and just kind of hope that I have a good attack against his pawn structure. I don't see much of anything else really. I'm sure the computer will put this as losing for me, and I know it is, but it doesn't mean that I can't try to find an attack. I gotta figure out how to do this here because when you play a tournament, if you're losing and you don't see a way out of it, it's easy to just resign. Um, but if you practice trying to create attacks, this is pinned, and I kind of want to unpin it, but he's gonna take it anyways. I probably should have defended it with a rook first. But if you're losing and you see like you think you're just gonna lose, if you always resign every time that happens, you're not gonna really look for counterattacking plans, and you're gonna need to learn how to counterattack for sure when you're losing. That's definitely important. It sucks that I just dropped that pawn. I really I was concerned about the pin more than anything else. I really should just move my knight over and then move my king over and then advanced. I was in a very good I was too fixated on the pin. He can mess me up though. I think so. If he takes and I take, and call check, I take it, call check, I move up, and call check. I can't, if I try to move up at all, I have to go here because I don't want to get checked and lose my queen. So the king being here would defend the square. So now this is kind of what I wanted a little bit. I'm hoping that my king can come in here for a checkmate, but his bishop probably just go back. But I did want to take over the weak squares. I'm glad that even though I lost a pawn, I was somehow able to do that. So I have some checkmating threats, but he's probably going to bring his bishop in this way. And if I go here, he can just bring it back. If he goes over here now, I'll just go over here, and I know, not here, but I go here, and I know that I'm not going to be able to checkmate him unless he moves his bishop. I'm a bit surprised he didn't like capture it and stuff. So I'm not sure what he's thinking about. He probably has an attack that he wants to do. Maybe I doubt he's considering sacrificing his bishop. Yeah, I don't see any way for him to sacrifice his bishop. I really don't understand why he's trying to understand the difference between these two moves. Prima. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not. He doesn't have that many options, so I don't understand why it's taking him forever. I really don't. Unless he got busy or something. I like the idea of coming in. But after here, he can just go back. Um, this. Oh, I can't do that. I can't just go here because he'll take my queen. All right, I'll take care of the first problem, and he's gonna go back. Then I have to figure out maybe if I can do this. Check. 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 I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to try to do that, but I can't yet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Waiting move. Hopefully, he moves the rook out the way, and I can come in. I have some ideas for attacking, even though it's not a good spot. All right, so he stopped the attack. These, he might have known what I was doing. I'm definitely going to analyze this after it's over because that one move that seemed very simple, he could have went one or the other. He took a long time. So if if everything's perfect after that, then I know he was putting everything into a computer. Maybe he thought I was cheating because I was still finding counterplay, and he decided to do so himself. I've noticed that with some people that when they assume someone is, they usually just do it too, thinking like, yeah, we both are now. Kind of sucks because as a human, I'm trying to figure out how to counterplay and take chances. And if people assume that and do that, it kind of messes up the learning process for mine. So I'm gonna finish the whole game just to be sure. Yeah. I don't have much attacking prospects. Um, yeah, it'd be pretty bad, really, really bad. I think that's probably it. I think that's probably it. As the pieces get traded off, I have less and less chances of counterplay, and there's not much I can do to avoid this trade with the rook because if I don't do it, then I'm just going to be walking into a whole bunch of checks. Might, yeah, you just. All right, I'm gonna go. I should, yeah. If he trades out this rook here, I'm just gonna resign. There's no way I'm gonna win with this, and this is defending. Well, it might not be too bad actually, because I have a queen. His queens are active. My king's gonna be active. His king is inactive. His bishop is forced to defend. So I have a king and a queen versus in pawns versus a queen and pawns. I actually might not be that bad. I might not be that bad. Let's do this. I think I can. Let me check this out. I'm gonna play it like I'm playing a person. I'm not gonna worry too much about the idea of what I said. Even if I can't go down and block because that would just free up his bishop. And then he can just take all my pawns. I don't want to do that. I also don't want to lose this pawn over here, which his next move is. So let's say if I move anywhere, I'm going to have to be able to use my queen. But if he goes here, I can't block. Because if he takes it and I take it, his bishop can go here. And I move up. And then his king can get out. And I'm pretty much done for. If he goes here, however, I can defend the pawn and be okay. Here, all right. I guess you can do that too. Now if I go down, it's check and automatically wins the pawn. Not much of a difference. I mean, definitely not going up here for sure because that would be if I go down, check, takes the pawn. Might be checkmate, basically. I don't know. Yeah, there's no way around this. But I'm very curious, though. Very, very curious. After that long pause. Budapest, love it. My favorite. Now everything's normal. And here is I should have taken here. I never considered this move. And then if you went over here, just take it. I never considered that. But I should have just taken the knight. Like I did see this already. And I did it anyways. And this is where I became suspicious. Move 25. So he's a plus 6.3 here. Plus a 5. Okay, so he missed the mate in 11. All right, so it wasn't like, all right, he just took his time. Maybe he was busy or something. A computer would have missed the mate 11. Okay. All right, that's fine. Now, if you want to play a game, we can play a game if you want it. That's fine. You can always send me a challenge. I'm on Lead Chess, Benjamin 1-4, capital B, lowercase Rust. If you're still here and you want to play a match, that's perfectly okay. Normally when I play against people, I would prefer it to be unrated, honestly, and for multiple reasons. One of them being that I like to explain stuff as I'm playing, and it's really, even if we're even, that's like a super unfair advantage because you get to know my plans and thoughts without trying to figure it out. All right, no challenge. Okay, no challenge. All right, I get going. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Uh, and the thought process is really important. The fact that I try to remain cool and try to like relax and try to figure stuff out after blundering is super important in the game. If you've seen after that, I didn't really make that many mistakes, but it was already so losing it didn't matter too much. But usually it's very important. Otherwise, people blunder constantly after their first blunder because they're panicking, and you're like, so. All right. Thanks for watching.